bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is over live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place. So let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with us, Millz will be signing a little later. Big Al McMordie, Alex Smart, Tony Brown from Las Vegas, and Wayne Scott. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. A Smart, McMordie, Brown, Young, Scott, and I will close this one out. McMordie will lead off today's show. All right, on the board tonight, NBA three-game card. We're going to hit the All-Star break. Big card from the NHL, lots from the college hoops as well. So let's get underway. We're going to start this show today off with Big Al McMordie. Catch him over at Pick Dog Spring. We'll bring Big Al in right now. Big Al, what's happening? Oop, wrong start here. Let's get back to it. I was thinking Big Al, but I was hitting Alex Smart here. We'll go ahead and bring in Big Al McMordie here in just a second. Here he is. Big Al, what's happening?
Oh, not much. We could have had a three-way call with me, Al, Alex, and you. But not much happening. Looking to bounce back at a crap day yesterday, so today will be better. But here I'm going to look at an NBA game. It's the Grizzlies against the Milwaukee Bucks, and you've got Memphis coming off an upset win yesterday as a 2-point home dog. They beat the Rockets 121-113. Now they're catching double digits at home from the Bucks. Meanwhile, Milwaukee was blown out by Miami on Tuesday by 26 points, 123-97. So I think it's a really good setup here for Milwaukee to bounce back and for the Grizzlies to have a letdown. When you take a look at how NBA teams with 595 or better win percentages have gone after a loss by 25 or more points, they've gone 40 and 18 ATS as double-digit favorites. So that bodes well for the Bucks in this situation. Then conversely, when you take a look at how home dogs of 9 or more points off upset home wins have done over the last 34 years, they've cashed just 34%. So you've got a nice play against Memphis. You've got a nice play on Milwaukee, and I'm going to lay the points.
All right, Big Al says go ahead and take the Bucks here and lay the 11.5. 12 do your line shopping, get the best numbers. We'll see where this line is moving in right now. You're going to see obviously Milwaukee the big favorite here. 11.5 in most places right now. There are too many 12s. Actually, sharpest book in the world at 12. That's where all the sharp money is going to. Well, how can you blame it, right? Memphis just been hit hard with injuries here again. When you just look at the line up and down.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you're getting double digits at home is because you don't have a lot of talent on the floor. But I like Milwaukee here.
Yeah, Milwaukee here. Even without Giannis is questionable in this spot here, so that's something to keep an eye on.
Middleton is out. Giannis, he's not been ruled out yet, but the line was 13. It's come down to 11.5. So.
Yep, and then of course Jaren Jackson is doubtful here, and he's been the guy that's been scoring here for this Memphis Grizzlies team. So that's probably a bigger loss here with Jackson now because you just have a really thin bench now here with this Memphis team. McMordie here on the Bucks laying 11.5 here against the Grizzlies tonight, 8:30 Eastern time. Hey, they got to put something on TNT tonight. All right, Big Al.
I'm just looking. Yeah, still no confirmation of Giannis one way or the other.
All right, Big Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, we do have a 3 on the board for the NBA. Lots of college hoops, lots of hockey up there. As you can see here, Big Al has been on an absolute tear in the NBA this year, all showing great profit in college hoops, over nearly 1,300 units of profit, and nearly 700 units of profit in NHL. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I've got a triple pack in college basketball passing today in the NBA. My favorite play was Milwaukee, but just not good enough to use on the premium side. So got college basketball today, Tony.
All right, guys, get up with Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results from Big Al. Nearly 1,700 units of profit in NBA. Also showing great profit college hoops, NHL. When you add up these numbers, really impressive numbers. Again, close to 3,500 units of profit from all the sports that are in for the season, for all the sports in action now. So no better time to get on board with Big Al. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15% off. Get that long-term pass. That's the way to go with Big Al McMordie. That 1-month pass will get you all of his premium plays for 30 days, NBA, college hoops, and hockey. All right, Big Al, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you again next week. We'll also catch up with you on the weekend shows.
Yeah, I've been doing the Saturday shows on the Roundtable, so I'll be there on Saturday, and I'll talk to you on Wednesday, Tony.
Talk to you next Wednesday. Big Al McMordie here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here on the show. Let's welcome in Alex Smart to the show. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. And Alex Smart, too, has been on an absolute tear here, hitting the leaderboards. Some college hoops action tonight here from Alex Smart. We got some Pac-12 going on. But Alex, what's happening?
How you doing, Tony? We're going to attack, like you said, some Pac-12 college basketball tonight. And we're looking at that Colorado at UCLA game. When you first looked at this season, you looked at UCLA, not a lot was expected from Cronin's team. They sort of, when they had a 29-game losing streak or winning streak at home, come to an abrupt end with Northridge taking them out, we could just say, wow, did that really happen? And, it's going to be a bad season. And it started out that way, too. But UCLA has won 5 consecutive games and have won 7 of the last 8 after a 6-10 start. And man, they're playing some good basketball, good Cronin basketball. They're surrendering just 64.3 points per game over the last 8 contests. So man, they've really picked it up. A team that really needs to be respected here. They still have lost a few more home games. Since that 29 game win streak came to an end, but I'll tell you this: they're facing a Colorado team that just doesn't look the same on the road. With a 3-7 record this year. Also, UCLA has won the last 5 meetings against Colorado and 8 of the last 9 matchups against the Buffalo. So, we're looking at a program that's done well against another program, a team that doesn't play great on the road, a team that's uptrending. I mean, there isn't a lot not to like about, getting points here with the home dog. And I'm going to take that, and that's what I'm going to recommend everybody else takes tonight, too.
All right, Alex is going to be here on the UCLA Bruins here, looking sharp here the way they've looked here down the stretch, winning. Of course, they got that win here not too long ago against Cal here by that point. And I was surprised to see that there's a plus in front of UCLA. Only the fact that they're a streaking team right now. Colorado's the defense, if you go look at their past 5 games, giving up 49% shooting, that's a big alarm for me. I'm a recent, I look at the recent form here. I'm not a big look at the whole body of work. I mean, anybody wants to look at whole body of work, just look at the Super Bowl, right? Who was favored that one? Of course, people were going to debate that as much as possible. One thing about UCLA, we said this about early in the season, they like Cronin and Westwood because he embraced the NIL, and it's probably easier to do in basketball because you have less players, right? And a lot of assistant coaches. In football, you've got lots of players, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. So it's not the same thing because we know Chip Kelly hightailed out in Westwood, but they love Nick Cronin because he knows how to recruit, knows how to bring in dollars. But what he did this season was interesting because remember he lost Jaquez, he lost a lot of good players from last year, is that he went overseas and brought in a lot of these foreign players. And it seemed to me that it was kind of strange, right, for these young college-age kids from overseas coming in. It took them a little bit of time to find their rhythm here, and it seems they found it at the right time.
Yeah, it's funny, in a new nation, a new country, I should say, it's just the environment. And I mean, anybody who's traveled understands it takes time to get some footing. So now these kids have finally got some footing, and Cronin's a great coach. I mean, I've heard some stuff about him, but I know he can be corrosive, but great coach, and he's proving it right now. And I just want to follow that momentum, and I agree with you about the greater body of work isn't always necessarily as important as the short-term stats and trends. But sometimes I like to look at the full body work, and for whatever reason, people can't really understand it. And I do respect this, is when one program seems to dominate another program, for whatever reason. We know the players change. We know sometimes the systems change. But in this situation, Cronin's been around for a long time. So, I mean, I guess he knows how to take on this. We'll just say he knows how to win against Colorado. So I'm going to take Colorado tonight. I'm going to take UCLA tonight.
UCLA here to get the plus 1.5. Yeah, we know certain. There's certain personality to take to get players to play defense. It's not going to be sort of players coach. It's going to be kind of the guy that likes to be a kick butter, right?
Yeah, that's right. You said it exactly. You said it better than I said it, because that's what this guy's like. And but it's working. It's I don't feel comfortable not sort of following along here. But it's sort of and I'm not being suspicious. I'm not saying there's trap lines or anything else. But I'm saying, it's kind of odd. All these brains in Vegas, and this is the line they put up. So I look at it. Hey, am I catching a sort of what we'll call a dishonest number? But what do they know that I don't know? And we're going to take the edges. And that's all there is to it.
It opened 1.5. It's 1.5. There are some picks in different places. It really on the corner bookie has a pick. Some Vegas books have a pick. But I'm seeing a lot of line discrepancy in these games, so it's very interesting to see here. You don't very often see a lot of discrepancy this late in the betting cycles. I see a 2 in Colorado favored 2 at Circa. I see a pick'em at Superbook, which are 2 competing sharp books, right? And a pick at the paper head shops. So it's the lines are very variable right now in this game.
Yeah, it's a funny game. I'm looking at it, and that's why it ended up being a conservative-minded premium selection, non-premium selection, because of those thoughts. It's too much back and forth. I want to feel 100% confident. I feel we have an edge here. That's why I'm offering it to those who wish to play it, because there is an edge. And just stay conservative on your bets. And who knows what's going on here, but I do know one thing. UCLA is playing great basketball.
Yeah, they are certainly are right now on a hot streak right now. UCLA, ever since they were getting 17 at Arizona, that just blew me away. UCLA plus 1.5 here against Colorado, 9 Eastern time. Hey, this is featured over on ESPN tonight. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, we know we have NBA here. 3 games on the board tonight from the NBA as we're heading into the All-Star break here tonight. Also action on the ice, a big card from the NHL. And boy, look at Alex's numbers, man. He's been absolutely knocking it out of the ballpark right now. 1,824 units of profit the last 3 days, having a very profitable year this year in 2024. NBA's been good. College hoops has been great. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, I've got a 3-pack of totals. I'm really rocking with totals, 64%. Dating back to last year, I'm close to 60% in 300 selections. That's one of my biggest runs of my. The thing about it is I think I finally got a formula. And, I'm not trying to jinx myself, but I finally got a formula that I really like, and it's from a lines maker's perspective. So anyway, we got a 3-pack of college basketball selections on tonight. We've got one side selection from the NBA, and actually a late steam selection from a small school situation from college basketball also, and that's a side selection. Advantage players will love that one.
All right, guys, get up with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results here from Alex. 1,824 units of profit. No better time to go on long-term with Alex with the 30-day all sports pass. Get all of Alex's premium plays for 30 days. Includes all the NBA for 30 days. NCAAB tournament, college basketball will take you into the conference tournaments when you get that 1-month plan, as well as the NBA and all the hockey action. So no greater time than right now to get on board with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Multi-cap promotion available as well, making it even a greater value there. All right, Alex, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Okay, Tony. Take care. Bye-bye.
You as well. Alex Smart here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's head out to Las Vegas, Nevada, and welcome in Tony Brown. I'll bring him in right now. Catch him over at Pick Dogs for him. Tony Brown, what's happening?
Tony T, what's going on out there?
Everything's going great. Everything's great tonight. We got Red Wings and Canucks going head-to-head out west. A late game tonight. Canucks will be big favorites, $1.74, total 6.5 goals.
Yeah, this is a weird spot for me. I like the Red Wings in the underdog spot. I usually don't like the worst team, and they're on the road. It's a lot of stuff going for the Canucks, and justifiably they should be a heavy favorite like this, except the only problem is, for however bad the Red Wings have been, they can always beat the Canucks. Like, no matter how good the Canucks are, how bad the Red Wings are, the Red Wings have just had their number as of late. They won 5 straight against these guys, including a game just last week that went into overtime. That one was out in Detroit, but Detroit has fared well even in Vancouver. They won 5 of the last 7 meetings in this building. So no matter what's going on with the Red Wings, they've always had Vancouver's number, including the last 5 meetings. They just took care of them last week, and so until they prove they can beat the Red Wings, I'm not going to go to the window and bet on the Canucks. I like that plus 156, so we're going to take the Red Wings on the money line to get it done one more time.
All right, Tony Brown here on the Red Wings here, plus 156, plus 131. Do your line shopping, get the best numbers. This is our man Tony Brown here, who's been doing great work here in the NHL this season. Of course, so when you look at I like to look at the money line numbers, right? Red Wings have been a profitable team here on the road. Just one game under 500, which isn't bad. It's tough to win on the road here in this sport. And of course, Red Wings have been bringing home the money for bettors this season on the road in the NHL.
Yeah, because anytime they're on the road, they're going to be underdogs. They're not that strong of a team where they're going to be road favorites at all. So when you're coming in around 50% of getting underdog money each time, that adds up to almost 60-70% if you were taking them, minus 110. So they've been bringing plenty of money in for bettors this season.
That's right. We have Tony Brown here on the Red Wings plus 151 against the Canucks. Okay, Tony Brown, we've hit the All-Star break. I'd like to get your thoughts here so far on the Lakers. And of course, LeBron wanting to be traded. That's more Golden State calling, right? Asking.
Yeah, LeBron never wanted to be traded to Golden State. He doesn't want to play with Steph Curry and go out that way like that. That's so chicken shit. And that was just a move by Golden State. He had been putting those little tweets in the air and the little stuff going on with Darvin Ham. So they just took a shot. You know what I mean? Offered up a package for LeBron and it was denied and it wasn't even thought about again.
Yeah. What do you say? I know I'm early to say there. People are already talking about the next season and Bronny. How do you see the offseason playing out here with LeBron, of course, with an opt-out, with player opt-out at the end?
Well, he already made it clear whoever takes his son, he's going to play for him. So, I mean, Bronny's not the type of caliber player at this level right now to where the Lakers would want to draft him 1 year. Really would make a move for him. So, wherever he goes, his son will go. But, I mean, wherever his son goes, he's going to go. But the thing about that is I think he's going to play 1 more year. Like, I think Bronny doesn't want to just be a novelty. That was more of a dream of his dad and things of that nature. He doesn't want to be a novelty player. He wants to be really good. And so I think he knows he's not even NBA ready. So realistically, I think he's still see. But if not, they were talking about Memphis drafting him, and then you'd have a potential starting lineup of Bronny, his dad, and John Morant. So you know what I mean? I've seen stranger things happen before. I've seen weirder stuff, but that's the possibility. They say that Memphis is looking at him in the first round. LeBron joins Memphis with John Morant and takes a title shot at it. Year one.
And you know what? I would, LeBron has a lot of me. It wouldn't surprise me if he pulls an Otani. Hey, I'll even play for the minimum if you draft Bronny. The crazy things have happened. The crazier things have happened before in sports.
Yeah, I mean he's owed 51 million. Like he's a top level player. So anybody who gets him would owe him a whole bag. But like at this point in his career, he just wants to make the history and play with his son. So he played for a league minimum, even if he played for free or something like that. Money's not an issue for him at this point.
Yeah, that's interesting to see here how it rolls out. My personal feeling is that he goes undrafted. Lakers take him on the summer league team. He goes to the G League, and I think at some point I could see LeBron and Bronny playing next year together. When you get those injuries, those cluster injuries, they usually bring up those G League guys.
Right. I mean, they're starting Scottie Pippen's son over there in Memphis right now. So it's just like the Lakers could do it for him as a courtesy. If no one drafts him, like you said, if he goes undrafted, they could just pick him up and then just put him in the starting lineup for a game or two just to make the history, just to keep LeBron or whatever. But LeBron, like any proud father, he thinks his son's an NBA prospect. He thinks he can win a championship with his son in the starting lineup. And whoever takes his son gets me. And you know what you're getting with LeBron. And anytime you have LeBron on your team, you are a championship threat. It's proven.
Right, and of course, the words are. It looks to me that Vegas and Seattle will be getting. Looks like they will be getting expansion teams. A lot of excitement in Vegas now. Silver's already kind of point. I think the Super will kind of just pretty much put an end to the discussion. It looks like Vegas is going to get it right.
Yeah, I don't know if I heard something, if this was a dream or whatever. I think we talked about this on the show months and months ago. I was like, yeah, Vegas is getting a team, and LeBron and Shaq are fighting over who's going to be like ownership over it. Like I've been heard that. It wasn't even a rumor. Like they're already breaking land on the stadium and stuff out here.
I know, that's right. So interesting to see here as we hit the, not really the midway point, but we hit the All-Star break here in the NBA. Of course, a lot of talk out here in LA about what's going on with the team. So Tony Brown here on Red Wings plus 151. You see it right, plus 151 here against the Canucks. This one 10 p.m. Eastern time tonight on ESPN Plus. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium for tonight's action. Tony Brown nailing here. Look at this, 942 units of profit over the last 30 days. Been a strong performance here from Tony Brown, as you can tell, over at Pick Dodge Premium. A lot of action here tonight here from the ice. We also have action here in college hoops, as well as 3 on the board in NBA. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, we got a good night going tonight. 3 plays in the NBA before the All-Star break. I liked all 3 of those games, so I got premium picks on all of those. It was 3 great games in the NHL tonight. We're doing good in hockey now that football's over. It's no problem. We're number 1 in hockey, so we're just going to pick up where we left off last season. And I got 3 big games in the NHL that I have premium picks on that you can go buy. And then I have 1 game in college basketball. My only play on the board in the NCAA today, the biggest bet we're making in college hoops, probably until March Madness. So you can grab all of those games individually, and you can group them together for only $35. Get all 3 games and break your bookie 3 times over.
That's right, guys. Yeah, we're with Tony Brown over at Pick.com. Great results the last 3 days, having a great 2024, showing profit this year. That 30 days, 7 days. Yesterday, coming with profit. Tony Brown been knocking it out. As you know, he had a champion NFL season, over 2,000 units of profit, but in NHL this year, over 1,350 units of profit, so no better time to go long term. Of course, Tony Brown, we know spring trainings began. We know the Dodgers are in action a little more than a month away with Padres, and you have that 1 year All Sports Pass VIP.
You're right. I love hearing that. The Dodgers are in action less than a month away. Like, baseball season is one of my favorites, and I can't wait till that gets started. But yeah, if you like betting on sports, if you like making money, I mean, not even if you like it, if you're serious about making money betting sports, the VIP 1 year pass is the best way to go. We finished number 1 in football, plenty of units of that. We nailed the Super Bowl. We're number 1 in the NHL right now. Buying all of these packages individually would cost way more than just getting this one-time pass. It's not a season pass. Like, you don't have to keep buying each individual sport. It's full 365 days of play. So from the day you buy it, for 365 days, you get every single pick I release from every single league, playoffs, championship picks included, all for one low price.
There you go, guys. Get on board with Tony Brown. That 1 year All Sports Pass is the way to go with Tony. Get all the sports from all the seasons that he handicaps. Pick us a promo code, save that 50% off, almost $200 off that 1 year All Sports Pass using that promo code. All right, Tony Brown, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, man. I always appreciate being here. Thanks for having me, and I'll see you guys next week.
See you next week. Tony Brown here on The Drive Thru. Let's continue on here on the show. Let's get out to Southern California, sunny Southern California. Time for Millz Young. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Stream. Also catch him on the Prop Shop, the UFC Rundown here with his video series here on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. Bring him in right now. Millz, what's the word?
What's going on, Tony? How's everybody doing?
It's going great tonight. Today we go to the NBA tonight as the Warriors are in Utah to face the Jazz. We see the Jazz favored at about 2-point favorite here. Total sits here 240.
Yeah, man, I think this is going to be a good game, that we got for the rest of the night. Two teams that played already once this year. When they did play, the Warriors was able to come out there and show them why they are the better team. Even though the records are kind of, identical and the same. That first game they played, I think they beat them by like 22 points in that one. In that game, I want to say Klay Thompson was the leading scorer with 26 points in that one. Colin Sexton, I think, was the leading scorer for the Jazz. I think he had like 22 points in that game. You got the Warriors playing on a back-to-back in a game that they were supposed to win against the Clippers yesterday. They lost by 5 points. They were supposed to win because they didn't have no Kawhi Leonard out there. And then I think Paul George even ended up getting hurt in that game too as well. But in this spot, got to look at these teams in the last 10 games. I mean, Jazz are 4-6. Warriors are 7-3. I ain't gonna overthink it. I'm gonna take the Warriors on the money line in this one. I think after they just got beat the way that they did, they're gonna kind of shorten up those gaps, and they want to end on a strong note with the All-Star game. And on top of it, you got all that talk going on about them reaching out to LeBron James for a trade. That's going to get even more resonated if they lose today. They're just going to bring that conversation up a lot more during All-Star game. And then what's going to happen? You're going to see LeBron James giving dap to Steph Curry on the sideline going like this. And they're going to say, see, the play's in. He's coming there next summer.
They'll see how that rolls there. Warriors, money line, minus 129, minus 130 here against the Jazz. That's the play here from Millz. And we've seen the Jazz kind of taper off a little bit, right? That loss to the Lakers, and they had a loss there recently. Who was it? Denver they lost to. They've had a few losses here on the road. They were the play-on dog right at home, but they've been having their issues at home of late.
My Wi-Fi is bad right now, Tony. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we got you.
But yeah. I think my Wi-Fi just went out.
All right, well, we still got you here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. But yeah, no, what you said exactly. The Jazz tapered off. They were the money-making team about 3 weeks ago. Hasn't been the same story over there. When it comes down to it, you got Colin Sexton putting up numbers and Lauri Markkanen. That's about it. The guy that they got, Josh Collins, That guy shows up every Tuesday to play. And guess what, Tony? It ain't a Tuesday. The rookie out there, Keontae George, looks decent. But besides that, the Warriors got way more pieces. Jonathan Kuminga having a career breakout game. And if they play that guy Moody, too, that guy can get buckets as well. So I really like the Warriors in this.
All right, we got Millz here on the Warriors here, money line here at minus 130 here against the Jazz tonight. And this one will have a start time here of 9 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Millz, let's see if we've got Millz still coming in here. All right, Millz, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, NBA on the board tonight. A lot of college hoops showing profit last 7 days. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, man, I got playing the NBA up there to get you guys' feet wet. I got 3 bets in UFC already locked and loaded. UFC 298 is right around the corner. So you could get that 3 pass right now, 3-day pass. You get my NBA play. You get all my UFC bets before those odds change. So go ahead and head on over to Pick Dogs after you guys get done watching this and pick up the premium packages. You won't be missed. You get the 3-day pass, though.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Millz Young over at Pick Dogs Premium. See good results over the last 7 days. No better time to get on board with that 3-day All Sports Pass. You get all of Millz' premium plays here for the 3-day period. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Action from the NBA, college hoops, NHL. Of course, if he's action in UFC, you'll get those picks as well. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 50% off. You can also add another capper with the multi-capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Millz, as always, great having you on the show. Continue success. We'll catch up with you again next week. But to let everybody know about your video series, we can catch your UFC rundown as well as your prop shop. Yeah, Will, we lost your sound there, Millz. Oh, we lost his sound and then we lost his Wi-Fi. All right, that was Millz.
Oh, I got it on mute.
Here you go. You got it. Okay, go ahead.
Wait. Yeah, check out the Prop Shop Daily. Check out the UFC rundown on there. We went 10-14, 10-4 on our last week's prediction. So yeah, check it out right now. You guys won't be mad. Check out the daily series that we got going.
That's right, guys. Make sure you like.
Man, bad connection.
There you go. Make sure you like, subscribe.
I'll make it up for you guys tomorrow.
You got to make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when Millz drops those videos, UFC rundown and his prop shop, you get them in real time. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. You missed a pick. We always recap at the end of the day. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Wayne Scott is waiting, so bring him in right now. We'll catch Wayne over at Pick Dogs Prim. Also, we'll give us some coverage here on the game not covered here on the show. We do have Blazers and Timberwolves coming up a little later. Tonight, we'll bring in Wayne right now. Wayne, what's happening? They're on mute there, Wayne. Got Wayne on mute. Let's see, he'll sign off, sign back in again. He'll be looking at, he won't be looking at this game. He'll be looking
you hear
at,
me?
I can hear you. Yeah, you're going to be looking here. All right, you got it. You made it back. we got
my wife in the background talking junk, talking about, yo, Mike ain't never ready. I don't know why it just turns off. I think the connection gets loose, like you said, Tony. If I move a couple times, all of a sudden it just comes off by itself. But 1 second is working, 1 second is not. I'm glad y'all can hear me. What's going on, Pick Dog family? What's going on, Tony T? As always, proud to be here. Let's give out a banger for y'all.
Let's get a banger tonight. Boy, he's going here to smaller conference action tonight as we have Fairleigh Dickinson and LIU or Long Island University going head-to-head here. I like that, but I like it better when they call them Long Island. That LIU, you don't know who the hell they are when they say LIU. But anyway, Long Island.
You don't like that abbreviation?
I don't, because they're not
shorten it.
They're not, they're not big enough, right? USC, UCLA, yes. But you're Long Island University. You shouldn't be called LIU because no one knows who the hell you are.
Yeah, definitely easily forgettable. It all makes sense what you just said. With all the bigger schools, easier to remember those abbreviations. But something like LIU, just call them Long Island. I definitely get it.
Yep, that's right. All right, here we go tonight. Fairleigh Dickinson and Long Island going head-to-head here. We got Fairleigh Dickinson laying 3.5, total 156.
Yes, sir. We coming to this Northeastern Conference, and Fairleigh Dickinson has fallen off compared to their Cinderella story last year. Decent ATS, 10-13. LIU, Long Island, as Tony just mentioned, 12-10 ATS. But them playing at home doesn't really threaten me. They haven't played too well at home, slightly over 500, 4-3, and only 3-2 as home dogs. Fairleigh Dickinson is the way better team in this situation. Both of these teams lack defense, but Fairleigh Dickinson can score the ball. We just seen these two teams go against each other. The spread was 9.5. Fairleigh Dickinson only won by 7 points, but I feel like they played down to their competition in that game. They shot horrible from the three and horrible from the foul line. If they increase either one of those, I believe they blow these guys out tonight. And Fairleigh Dickinson, 4-1 as away favorites. 4-0 as away favorites. Give me Fairleigh Dickinson here. Like I said, I just don't think that LIU can keep up with them offensively, and I think that FDU plays a much better game. They played a horrible game and won by 7 points. I believe they have much game, and they win in better style this game.
All right, we got Wayne here on Fairleigh Dickinson. It's actually 3.5 now, not the 5 here, so it's 3.5 here. Fairleigh Dickinson here against LIU or Long Island here is we're looking here at this one tonight here from the Northeast Division here. LIU is just, again, one of those teams near the bottom of college hoops, ranked here in the KP rankings, 348th in the nation. Those are teams that are really, really, really hard to back. They've had some struggles, although they have won, believe it or not, they've won 3 of 4 at home, and their loss came to Merrimack in overtime.
Yes, sir. They have been playing a little bit better recently, and that's why I think the books are giving them some respect. But if we're just looking at the totality of the season, I like FDU here, man. Like I said, both of these teams are horrible defensively, but what FDU have shown in spurts on offense, definitely just way more trustworthy in here. This line's not big. We see people betting this line down. And I love it even more now that we just get a lower line. I do think that FDU, if they don't pull away early, they definitely pull away late. Shoot way better from free throw and way better from the 3-point. And they get to the line at a very high rate. And this LIU team, they foul crazy.
There you go from Wayne here. Because we'll do a little rundown. This is the one game not covered here on the show tonight, and that is Timberwolves and the Trailblazers, as they'll be going head-to-head tonight in the NBA, as this will be one of the late game of the night tonight. We're seeing the line move up here to 10 here between Portland and Minnesota. We're seeing now Minnesota favored here by double digits, 10-point favorites in this one. We see the total coming at 215.5.
Yeah, Portland, we seen them they've been in spurts. They started off crappy. They got semi-hot, a little sizzling. I wouldn't even call them hot. They got sizzling. Now they're starting to regress a little bit. And that's because they don't have all their guys. They're missing 1 or 2 guys, man. It's just a hard team to back when they're not getting a boatload of points in the double-digit points. Minnesota has been playing well recently. 7-3 straight up, 6-4 last 10. This Portland team just 3-7 straight up and 5-5. Even as of their last 10 against each other. Just Minnesota just comes out and smacks this team. They've covered their last 2. Minnesota, not known as an offensive team, but they are number 6 in offense in their last 3 games. So they're getting the scoring going. They got the way stronger bench here. And on the other side of that, Portland, horrible at scoring. And defensively, we know Minnesota is the number 1 defense, and that's been carrying all season. So it's not a fluke. Give me Minnesota here, just with the way they're scoring. They continue to play fire defense, and Portland just falling off and not healthy. I have to take Minnesota to win and cover here again. Line opened up just 1 point over the last game where they covered. They won by 11, and the line was 8.5. And it doesn't scare me that they bumped it 1 point up. Well, we're still going to take them here. I think they pulled a double-digit win off.
All right, we got there. Actually, the 10 is in the sharpest book in the world. We're seeing 9.5 still a lot of places. So do your line shopping. Get the best number in this one. Yeah, some positive news here for Anthony Edwards. Remember, he's been on the injured list with that questionable status with the knee soreness. He did participate in the shoot-around, so that's got to be a little promising there.
Yes, sir. Ant-Man, he is the entrant to this team, so I would love it if he plays. But honestly, Tony, this Portland team is so kind of terrible on offense without some of those guards that they need in there. I like them with or without Ant-Man to just get the win and cruise and cover here before All-Star break. This is a pretty disciplined team. Only in certain spots do I look to fade Minnesota, and there's not a lot of spots out there because this team just plays ferocious defensively, and when they get going, rolling offensively with those Twin Towers in there, man, it's just a hard team to stop. They're showing why they're one of the top teams on the West, and I'm not looking to fade them here tonight. I'm looking to lay the points with them.
Yeah, the key injuries here for Portland is Malcolm Brogdon and Shaden Sharp. Although Grant Simon's in there for Portland, and of course we did see a pretty good rebounding performance from Ayton in the first game.
Yes, sir, man. He shows up here and there, but I won't bake on it. Definitely against a team that got bigs that can actually bump them around and utilize both of these bigs to kind of switch up on them. It's just him over there, and Portland has a plethora of bigs, whether they want to play a small big like Najee Reed and run him around, or whether they want to bang Rudy Gobert on them all night. I just don't see him to have the will. He'll get broken as he has shown to get broken in many games in this one.
Yeah, we got of course the action there with the T-Wolves, of course, on record tonight with Fairleigh Dickinson. That's about 3.5. If you're line shopping, get the best numbers. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Document for tonight's action. Of course, NBA on the board. We have a big card from the NBA tonight. We have 3 games on the board. Lots of action from the ice. Lots of action here from college hoops. What do you have going over at Pick Docs Premium?
Yeah, man, I've been rolling in college hoop. A fire day for me yesterday, also in the NBA, but no NBA plays for me tonight. 5 college basketballs bets that I have out there tonight. I have a 3-pack for you and my best bet. My best bet is in my 3-pack. And I have 2 extra plays for long-term subscribers. So anybody that hops on long-term, you'll get the plays that I have in my 3-pack, my best bet, and 2 extra on tonight. I'm looking to continue to keep rolling, looking to chip away at the books, man. It's been kind of up and down. 2 winning days. I'm looking to continue that with tonight's games.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium. Got a lot of action on the board tonight. Long-term pass will serve you well. Remember, the one-day passes are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. And you can also use a promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. Right, Wayne, it's always great having you show. Are you looking at any of the All-Star game? I know we're having the Rising Star game. Will be going on Friday, and also into the All-Star game.
I haven't looked at none of the numbers yet, but I definitely will be dabbling into it, man. I just love all that stuff between, like you said, the Rising Star Challenge. I have looked at the players and all that stuff. I haven't took a look at none of the lines yet or nothing like that. Dunk contest, 3-point contest is always fun for me to dabble and throw a few bucks in there. So I'll definitely be researching and looking for that tonight, actually. I'll definitely be getting into that.
Looking at that action as well here. Of course, the dunk action we're going to see. It looks to me that we're going to have Beasley. Let's see. Well, we got
Brown.
Brown. Jaquez in there as
Yeah.
well. I'm seeing Trae Young. He's in this thing.
No, he must be in the 3-point contest. Ain't no
oh,
way.
that's
Trae
right.
Young
Yeah, we
in
got
dunk
the 3-point contest here. Yeah, 3-point contest. Beasley, Brunson, Halliburton, Lillard, Markkanen, Mitchell, Cat and Trae Young, Brown, Jaquez, McClung, Toppin, and Ionescu and Curry. Those are your matchups. Of course, the woman versus the guy, right? Sabrina Ionescu is in it.
Yeah.
No lines out yet, but those are the matchups on the 3-point contest.
Yeah, man. Some hot shooters right now. Off gate, I'm kind of leaning to Mitchell, man. He's just been playing outstanding. He's been locked in all season and just one of the hotter individuals on that list. You got your pure shooters out there, but I think we're going to get a good line on Mitchell, and I think he competes. I think he ends up getting in the final.
All right, we're looking here. Remember, it's Western versus Eastern Conference. No more of the shenanigans, right, where you pick a roster. I think it's better for the fans, right? They want to know who's on what team, East versus West. I'm seeing an opening line here, 2.5 West. Are you ready for this over-under? 363.5.
Good Lord, that's a lot of points, man. While they bringing the West versus East back, I wish they would bring back where people could wear their individual jerseys instead of one team jersey. I love when they used to wear their own jerseys. And I know the East hasn't fared well against the West, but I like my dogs in these situations, man. So West does got the better players at eye contest, but these guys are going to go out there and have fun. I think the East coming in and compete, though.
I can't believe I'm seeing 363.5 on a BOL opening line. This seems kind of funny to me, but man, who knows? Who knows, right?
Yeah, it probably goes over. Just because it looks like it's too high, it's gonna go under. It probably goes over. It may go way over, but that's crazy though. Like you said, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's a lot of points, no doubt about that here. Okay. All right, Wayne, it's always great having you show. See that success, and we'll catch up with you again next week. And we can always catch you as well on your video series with the boxing, of course, on the weekend show as well.
Yes, sir. Like I mentioned, I will be looking to drop some with Garcia and Devin Haney. Canelo, he announced a fight date and big heavyweight fight that got pushed back between Fury and Usyk. Stay tuned if you want my bets on them. We have some pretty good lines on that, so I'll look forward to getting you guys that prediction video out for you guys.
All right, guys, so keep an eye on there from Wayne. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications so when Wayne drops those videos, that boxing video series, you get it there in real time, get it right away. All right, Wayne, have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you next week in the weekend shows.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Tony T, for having me. Good luck with all your bets out there, Pick Dog family. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Wayne Scott here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru. We'll get to my pick, then we'll get you to the recap here. Also, you guys go ahead and post your best bets from tonight's card, and we'll read them off at the end of the show. Post your best bets here if you would. All right, let's continue on here. Here on the Drive Thru, we'll get to my pick, and then of course we'll close it out for Thursday. So let's go ahead and get in the information here for the games for tonight. Let me pull ahead and pull up the head-to-head matchup, and as well as the pick on the game tonight. College hoops coming to start of the hour. Won't be this one, that's for sure. It's going to be Georgia Southern and Coastal Carolina. So let me go ahead and move the chains here. I got to move the chains both ways, right? I got to move the pick, and now I got to move the game. So let's go ahead and move the game here. I think this one here is top of the hour, right? It is top of the hour. So let's get to it here in just a second here. We're going to be looking at this one between Coastal and Georgia Southern here. Did I get that? I pass it? Let me see here. 1 second here. Nope, we didn't pass it. Let's get. Here we go. Georgia Southern and Coastal Carolina. And I'm going to be on this Georgia Southern team here. Pick them. Let's see where the line is. Did it move to -1 now? Let's see here. Let me double check. See where we're at on this game. We're seeing pick them everywhere except the sharp book in the world. So you can find a line of picks right now, even some -1s out there on the home team, Coastal Carolina. I don't know why. I mean, Georgia Southern has been a really good shooting team in the Sun Belt, over 37%, 51% from two. They force turnovers defensively, hold teams to 49% around the bucket. Coastal Carolina last in offensive and defensive efficiency against the Sun Belt. They make just 26% from three against the conference. They give up 53% inside. They commit high turnovers. You look at the past 5 games, the Chanticleers are giving up 50% shooting. We'll take Georgia Southern here at a pick'em against Coastal Carolina. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs. We have a 3-pack from College Hoops tonight, as well as a best bet from the NBA. So get on board with me right now, or get my long-term pass, my 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period. Just select when you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off that purchase. All right, guys, remember, get those best bets in the chat, and we'll read out the best bets from the chat right before we sign off. So let's continue on here. Let's get to the recap, and then we'll get to your best bets. All right, let's get to the recap tonight. All right, we had Alex on UCLA plus 1.5 against Colorado. Big on McMordie like the Bucks, laid 11.5 against Grizzlies. Tony Brown Red Wings plus 151 against Canucks. Millz Warriors money line minus 130 against the Jazz. Wayne on Fairleigh Dickinson minus 5 against against LIU. I should say LIU is Long Island. We have Albany on Georgia Southern at Pick'em against Coastal Carolina. Also, there we go. And the one I like the most, I like Alex's pick there with the Bruins tonight. All right, that's going to do it for this edition here of the Drive Thru, guys. Make sure you're tuning in tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. Bring your cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Shed Place. We'll give all your plays for you in real time. Remember, it always gets started with that morning show here during the week, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch. We got Chris. We got Jay. Also, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. His betting tools show. Of course, Mitch roundtable discussion with the professionals. His short series are up there now as well. Many shorts coming up. Also, Chris is around the league from the NHL. Ron O'Malley, college basketball bank shot breakdown. We got Millz with his UFC rundown as well as his prop shop. We also have Nick Mencken, first half NBA. We also have parlay videos from Brad Francis. We also have our man Wayne Scott with his boxing series. We also have our man Brian Biller as he gives you the contrarian sharp plays. Big Out McMordie, all access. Costy with sharp training plays as well here on the channel. So lots of content. Of course, our man Rod Zawacki with his A to Z coverage from the NHL. Every game on the board from the NHL. Go check it out because we have a big NHL card tonight. A to Z coverage from the NHL as well as an NHL parlay from our man Rod Zawacki. So lots of content, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when you're live with us. All right, chat, get those best bets in. We're going to read them off right now. And let's see who we have here. We got Fernando likes Tarleton here at plus 5.5. Also, we've got, what do we have here tonight? Ron Crawford, Western Illinois, good luck from our man Ron Crawford. Theo Green likes UCLA, Colorado over 137.5. Washington moneyline and Vermont -10 from Theo Green. Panger likes Golden State here, lay the 2.5. Likes them pretty good tonight. So there are our best bets here from the chat room tonight. Let's see, we got Chad in with something here. Let's see, Chad with his comments today. That's cool. Our man John Stewart as well. What else do we have tonight? Let's see, Solo checked in with us today. Ron Crawford, as we said, coming in here. Let's see, I think we had a game earlier. Let's see here. Jazz, they can keep the points. Okay, he likes the Jazz. Looks like he likes the Jazz here with Chad. Moneyline Jazz here, I think, is what he's giving out here on the show. So a lot of great content here tonight from our chat room bettors tonight. Ron Hahn likes UCLA at home as well. I have to agree there. Of course, what else we've got here? No JJ, Milwaukee -12 from Ron Hand today. Yeah, Jaron Jackson out. Although Gigi Jackson has been doing some work. If you look at the box score, Gigi Jackson has been getting it done here for the Memphis Grizzlies, but that's off the bench. He's in the starting line tonight. Our man Clyde Drexler with a K likes Cal State Bakersfield money line tonight in there as well. Panthers from Nicholas Handy tonight. Stanford from Thomas Bowe plus the 4.5. Tampa Bay Lightning -130. Chris the White Thunder coming in with their Tarleton State here. Money line plus 175 from Clyde Drexler as well. David Kleiner likes Delaware, lay the 7.5. Nick beats Vegas. He's on DeAndre Ayton over 14.5 points plus 105 at DraftKings. Ayton had come up a monster performance last game as well. Shout out to Nick beats Vegas as well. Any more picks? Last call for your best bets, guys. It looks like we got them all in for today. Let me see. We are good here. And Fernando says he's going to take a shot on the draw in the Rangers game tonight, as well as that Tarleton play as well. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Drive Thru, guys. Thanks for everyone joining us today and for your best bets. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight.